Hi, I'm
Thanks,
Trina.
guys,
And I'm
very much.
Tawanda. And we're the Braxtons. And you're watching EURweb. EURweb.
Hi, it's your girl Tamar Braxton, and thank you for watching EURweb.
Tracy, you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
So
Don't ask me the name because I got it out.
So it's apparent you lost a little weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did you do to do that?
I did a lot of watching what I eat, and I put it in portions. It's moderation, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I also do a lot of Wii fitness, and I go to dance class, ballet class, to make my booty masculine, like a horse.
Yes, yes.
And I also do Let's Dance 3.
Uh-huh. Okay, so when your sister, Toni, told you needed to lose weight, you broke down. You really broke down.
On
What
my
happened?
cotton-picking nerves, asking me to do all that. I mean, I understand they're used to me being a certain weight and everything. This is the biggest that they ever see me in. So I'm like the same size as them. But when I start eating and I'm depressed and things like that, I gained a lot of weight. And so becoming a diabetic also, which I was off the pill, thank you.
That's
they was
great.
very concerned, that I need to lose some weight. And after I looked at it and talked to them, I was like, okay, I need to do that.
Toni, you're dealing with an illness. How do you manage that?
Some days I can't manage and I don't feel well, I have to be honest. I take a breather and kind of do nothing for the day. Today's a good day. Yesterday, not so good. But my meds have been helping. I started taking medication, and sometimes it takes a second for your body to get acclimated with the new formula.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting closer.
I also have an autoimmune disease, and so I do little quirky things. Do you have any quirky things you do?
Nothing yet. I try to watch someone like Ellen. Ellen makes me laugh all the time. So if I'm feeling really down, I watch the episodes that I've taped of the Ellen show where she's dancing and it makes me smile.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad today.
Yeah, usually once you lose weight and depression and all those things changes, do you think you're less explosive now that you've lost weight, or do you feel better? Are you more calm since you've lost weight?
No, that's who I am. I am not less explosive.
Okay.
I think I am more explosive than anything else.
Okay. So
yeah.
One thing about your sisters that was the same when they were little girls that remains now that they're adults. What do you think about each one of your sisters? Who are they?
See, Tamar, she's still the bossy baby sister.
Mm-hmm.
Trina, she's very emotional. She wears her emotions on the sleeves. Tawanda is still a mother figure. And Toni, still a doctor, lawyer, and knows everything.
How have you changed or stayed the same?
Tamar hasn't changed.
No, not at all. Not even
At all. She was the same since she was a child. I used to be very shy and couldn't speak to boys at all. I know.
I've
got none of that.
Yes, but one thing that has remained the same is that Trina's sensitive. She was sensitive as a child, and she's still sensitive. Toni's always been the big sister, the big bossy sister, and I've always been the perfect one.
And Tracy has always been the quirky, very quirky, very funny. However, Tracy is just this person. She will give you 739 million chances.
Yes.
But 740,000, it's boom.
Yeah.
She's gonna blow through. And that hasn't changed. No.
At all. Do you guys have favorite sisters? Anybody?
We have cycles of favorite ships. I think it sometimes depends on what we're going through.
Yes.
Like Tawanda and I, we live the closest together in Georgia. So Tawanda and I, we're going through a close phase right now, especially since Tawanda is no longer Toni Braxton's assistant.
Sometimes like at first it was Toni and Tamar, then it was me and Toni.
That's right.
So it's definitely a season.
So right now it's you two.
It's kind of always.
Yeah.
You two.
That's
Mama Braxton. Can you tell us a little bit about each one of your girls, something about them when they were little that's maintained since they've grown up?
Well, Toni has always been considerate. She's always been a wonderful young lady, and she's always been like that matriarch. Tracy, she's always been very outspoken, said whatever she felt, and what have you. Tawanda has always been that nurture. She's very nurturing. Trina has always been a little delicate. She'll cry at a drop of a hat.
Oh.
And Tamar, she always held her own.
Mm-hmm. Tamar has had, some things done, work, Is she a little insecure? Has she been insecure? Was she insecure when she was a little girl, maybe?
She's had what?
Insecure, some work done on her face, physical work done.
think that's insecure, baby? Everybody does that. Even Joan.
That's right.
Joan. That's not insecurity. That's just enhancing what God has given you.
A lot of people have a lot to say about your appearance and it changing. I thought you were, and we all think or thought you were really beautiful before you started doing any work. Why do they say you did some things with your your appearance?
No,
yes?
the only thing that I ever had done was my nose, and that was for medical reasons.
I see. What was that medical reason?
Well, I have a deviated septum, and just like my dad, it was really hard for me to breathe when I was sleeping and stuff. So they went in, and then so when they went in, it kind of made my nose a little crooked. So
I see. Well, you look
If I
great.
could fix it, I would. I've asked 100,000 times, and the doctor says, and absolutely.
You look great. Okay, so there's a show coming up with you and your husband, the producer. Whose idea was that?
Oh, well, I believe it was the fans' idea.
Oh, yeah?
Because I think they wanted to see more, or why does she act like this, or how does she act like this, or do she act like this?
We love you.
And I just think it's important for the fans and everybody to see that there's certain sides of me, several sides of me. It's Tamar, the sister, and then it's Tamar, the artist, the businesswoman, and
Right.
also Tamar Benson Herbert, the executive's wife.
That's right. So what do you think we can expect to see on the first season?
On season, sorry, my hair is a big concern of mine. Well, this is our series. We just really want to show people that it's cool to be married and have fun, and it's cool to be your own separate person, and then come together and be this wonderful couple that I feel that we've worked very hard to be.
And is there a baby, perhaps, in the horizon?
Definitely. We definitely want to start on
Do you think you
family.
might end up getting pregnant and do the pregnancy on the show?
Well, I don't know how it's going to go, but I know there's going to be a baby somewhere.
Are you working on it?
Well, we're constantly working on it.
Okay.
But, I just thank God that my husband's still here with me, and I'm just very grateful for my whole family, and I look forward to expanding it.
It looks like you're going to be a big star.
Oh, thank you.
What do you think about that?
Well, I've always wanted to be a singer, not because of the famous side, only because I knew that that's something that I could do well.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, I just want to be respected in that light. But anything else that come along with it, I just welcome it.
I see.
Thank you.
Okay, it was very nice talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your afternoon.
You too.
And your success.
Okay,
Take care.
thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Hi there, Wendy. It's Billie Jordan. I'm with EURweb.
Hi.
Okay, what's your take on the Braxtons? Is there any specific gossip that you know already that you're willing to share with us?
No. And if I did, why would I share it?
I know.
With you. You're interviewing me on a cell phone.
Come on. What about we gotta start somewhere? She's outrageous. Is she your favorite character?
I don't have a favorite. I think that all of them have something to offer. So I don't have a favorite. And yes, she is outrageous. But we got to see one of my favorite sides of Tamar this season, and we'll talk about it inside.
Okay, how about Tamar's producer husband, plus the show with the sisters and the talk of the album?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Tamar is breaking through off the back of her sister?
No.
Okay, so dealing with your sisters, you mentioned in the last season a little frustration with carrying your sisters and something about your independence. Are you going to be pulling back this season, do you think?
It's not necessarily about carrying them. Our family was so meshed together that it's challenging sometimes being independent.
That's right.
So I've been working really hard to be a little bit more independent from that, because I feel like as an older sister, I always wanted to make sure my sisters were there with me. And so now I feel like I am the teenager that's leaving home. And I've never had that feeling of being independent.
Toni, do you have a favorite sister?
There are moments that are all my favorite sisters, but there are moments that we can have our own cliques.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be me and Tamar for a second, and it's me and Trina, or me and Tracy, or Toni. We kind of switch up.
That's right. Tell me something about each of your sisters when they were little.
Tamar's exactly how she was now. It's the same exact person, has not changed, the same mouth. She would get in trouble often for her mouth. My sister Tracy, she used to be kind of like the fighter of the family. So no one wanted to mess with Tracy. Tawanda was always Miss Congeniality, and Trina was always the one who was in love with love. Yeah.
Is any of your sisters in particular suffer with insecurity, do you think?
I think everyone has insecurities.
That's
I think
right.
my sisters are brutally honest, sometimes too honest on the show in displaying those things. But it's honest so people can identify with it.
Yes. Okay. It was very nice talking to you,
Likewise,
Toni.
you too. Thank
Enjoy
you
your
so much.
afternoon. Bye-bye. And about your sister, Toni, and her illness. Has she always been sickly?
No.
Well, no, she had asthma as a little girl, but this is a total different thing what she's dealing with right now. You know, asthma happens every now and then. It goes and it comes. But with lupus, you live with that.
That's right.
It's kind of happened the past few years. But I just applaud her. I just call her a trailblazer because it took a lot of courage for her to speak out about her illness.
Do you worry about her a lot? Do you think that she works too hard with this disease?
Well, you know, I worry about all of my kids. However, Toni, yes, I do. I'm very concerned. I wouldn't use worry, but I'm very concerned.
And you guys have to watch her as she goes through her thing while she... Do you guys worry about her much?
You know, that's another reason why, you know, we like to be on tour with her so we can just kind of stay by her and watch her and make sure she's good.
Does she do anything, any little cute things to manage her illness, you know, to keep her going while she's working?
Well, she's just Toni. She's just Toni. She's just a brave, wonderful workaholic.
Yes.
That's all I can really say. That's all
But people don't know that Toni is a huge prankster.
Uh-huh.
She's a joker.
Uh-oh.
And hopefully we have a third season. Hopefully you guys will see that part of Toni.
Yes. Because she thinks she's a comedian.
Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm.
She's an attorney.
So what do you mean? She'll do something regarding her illness? She'll pretend like she's sick or something?
Oh, no.
Okay.
She never does. No, she never does.
Okay.
But she just always stays in high spirits.
Yes.
And so I think that's what her tranquilization thing.
She's a comedic. She always has something funny to say.
Okay, ladies. Well, it was very nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Nice talking to
You too. Bye-bye.
And I'm Dr. Sherry Blake, better known as Dr. Sherry on the show. And what I do is do therapy. I'm a clinical psychologist, and I work with all the ladies. Trina, who has a lot of personality, and she's developing her own career. We all know the superstar is Toni. And, you know, Toni is such a sweetheart, and she's always. Then you have Wanda, who is also fantastic, and she's beginning to do her own thing, and her personality is unfolding right before our eyes.
Yes.
And of course, you have Tracy, and Tracy is the one we see a lot more emotional, but that's part of life. And of course, everybody knows Tamar. Fantastic, wonderful,
Outrageous.
one with the mouth.
What's your assessment of Tamar? Do you think she's possibly insecure and, you know, having to do with the physical work she's done?
Well, you know, Tamar is Tamar, and given that, you know, her personality is one that is very what is that about? It's about her growing and getting to know who she is. So I can't say it's all insecurity or whatever, but I know one thing, she's not shy.
And what about Tracy? She went off when the sisters told her that she needed to lose weight. What do you think she did that?
Well, you know, that was it's hard sometimes for us to hear painful or truthful things from those we love. She's no different from other people. How she dealt with it, maybe a little different. She did go off. But she was able to she got it back together and was able to share what the issue really was for her. And I think we all gained by that.
And Toni, being frustrated about her independence and having to carry the sisters last season, what did you think about that?
Well, you know, those issues are, again, a whole set of issues within themselves. Toni is real, and that's a part of her whole demeanor and her whole career in terms of being able to, you know, bring her sisters along. I commend her for that, and this is an issue she's going to have to continue to work through.
And do you think it's healthy for her, you know, dealing with an autoimmune disease to be dealing with the show in this manner?
Well, you know, Toni has a lot of courage for doing that, but like any disorder, any disease, we have to learn to deal with, because we're all going to have stress.
That's
How
right.
we choose to deal with it, you know, maybe it's not magnified like it is with her, but it's there, and in her position, she's doing a great job overall in dealing with that.
As a therapist and a doctor, what message would you want the audiences to take home from this show?
I think, if nothing else, from my perspective, it's okay to deal with issues. It's okay to have a psychologist. Mental health is just as important as physical health. And I think it's taken a lot of courage for them to put those issues on the table and deal with them. So one issue, get help. Don't harbor and hang on to anger and issues. Deal with them.
Yes, thank you. It's very nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
Enjoy your afternoon.
I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.